When I posted it, when I put out my documentaries on it, they tried to sue my ass. They was like, oh, hell nah, he talk about us. No, we're not all mixed. Prove that we are all mixed. Please do. Prove it. My mother and father from this land. Their mothers and fathers are from this land. Their mothers and fathers from this land. Their mothers and fathers from this land. And their mothers and fathers from this land. And their mothers and fathers from... Prove that we all mixed, please. All mixed. Prove it. I'll wait for a little second. Genealogists are telling you, right? Scientists discover ancient Siberian population that is the ancestors of modern Native Americans. You the one that's mixed. You gonna learn today. There's no point in fighting with me about your history. I didn't write it. I didn't create it. I'm not out here downing your history. I'm out here telling you your history. They lied to you. And I also told you about the term native. Anybody could be native. Anybody. As soon as two Africans migrate to America and make a baby in America and have a child in America, birth a baby in America, that baby is not only African, but native to America. That's why you need to stop using that term. And I'm talking to my people. Y'all should not be using the term native because that's everybody included. Same thing with the term black. That's everybody included. That's not one group of people. That's all groups of people. Why you think they changed the term indigenous people to indigenous peoples? They want to add in more people. That's not supposed to be there. You seeing the pattern yet? It's right in front of you. And look, if you mixed, there's nothing wrong with being mixed. But that doesn't mean you know your whole story because it's mixed up. You got bits and pieces of the truth mixed up with a whole lot of lies. Just because you're mixed breed doesn't mean that your entire bloodline is. That's not how it works. Like if I was to turn around and marry a white woman, that doesn't mean my entire bloodline has white blood or whatever you want to call it. That's not a part of the bloodline. That person was just married in. Even if we was to have children, that still doesn't make the bloodline, the entire bloodline, mixed. What about my skin tone? What about it? My father's light skin and so is my mother. Well, my mother's brown skin. My father's light skin. What? I know her mother and father. I know his mother and father. What? And ain't no white in my family. So what you trying to say? If skin tone had something to do with it, in which it doesn't, because actually it's the problem now. You're referring to yourself by way of a skin tone that doesn't even exist. Nobody over here is black in skin tone. So why are we calling ourselves black people? I'm a lighter shade of the color brown. If we're going by way of color, yeah, I'm a lighter shade of the color brown. They could be lighter than me of the shade or the color brown. Then it could be darker. Look, brown, not black, brown, right? Not black, brown. So what's the point? For example, let's just say that I share the same facial features as an African. That doesn't make me an African because there are white people that share the same facial features as us, and that doesn't make them us. We can tell the difference. Yeah, that's what's crazy. When people out there immediately think light skin means mixed. That's not what that means. That's what they told you, but that was never proven. I went back generations of my family, and I seen who was being married and or having children. I seen who it was. All we had was high yellows and dark skins and brown skins. That's a country term when we say high yellow That just means you a lighter brown. That's it. Now, if I had white in my blood, I would tell you. Or bloodline. I would tell you. But no, Caucasians are not that big of a race to be mixing with everybody.
Happy birthday to you. Now what shall you do? You're gonna celebrate you. You're gonna celebrate you. I say it again. I said happy birthday to you. And what shall you do? Here's the plan. You're gonna celebrate you. Just celebrate you. Yeah, I can't make no noise, you guys. My goodness. It's amazing how you guys don't even have a clue that you are the prize. And that's no disguise. Beautiful 22. Do you know you? Yeah, that is your assignment today. To write down how much you know you in every single way. My goodness. You guys, I'm going to start off by just simply, letting you guys know and say that you are the most important key to this whole divine plan on this beautiful, said divine planet Earth. The higher realm said you must know this upon your birth, okay? You must know your worth upon your birth. Well, the higher realm said that whole word planet could be no other word than planet, okay? And the higher realms made it that way. So you guys will know that you are planned. The higher realms placed that ET there so you guys will know and declare that you are planned. You are planned until the end of your timeline here, okay? A lot of you guys may live into Earth's timeline, okay? In a big way. That's why the higher realms created that word, plan it. So you guys will know your worth and know how much love you beget is what I'm hearing, right? I can't make this stuff up. Man, look at you. Some of you guys got babies 22. Some of you guys got grandbabies 22. Okay? Look at you in a huge way. Yeah, some of you guys may be 22 out there. Yeah, I see you. Well, guess what? You guys need to also recognize that you have been living an ET life all of your life. A lot of you guys need to know that the ET stands for E, executing low vibe energy, and T, transmuting it into high vibe energy. Yeah. Wonder where they get that high vibe from. Is it because of that high vibe? Yeah, you guys need to recognize that is who you are. You guys have been the best ET best friend, ET husband, ET wife, ET cousin, ET auntie all your life. Yeah. You guys have been putting out real human, wildfires. You guys have been putting out human wildfires here. And some of you guys know it because that's really your heart and that's how sincere you guys are. You don't like to see your cousin and your uncle, going toe to toe, arguing about this so and so, right? I'm seeing that. A lot of you guys do not play about that. You rather execute that energy, that low vibe energy, and transmute it, into high vibe energy. And a lot of you guys have done that all your life. And I see a simple thing even in school. I mean grade school. Some of you guys elementary school. I see something about that number 2 pencil. Oh my goodness. I see somebody getting ready to actually stab somebody with that number 2 pencil. They was getting ready to fight over the pencil, something about the pencil sharpener and all this stuff, and it was weird. So I see you guys really executing that low vibe energy and transmuting it into high vibe energy. A lot of you guys shut it down. You know, you really, you made them claim peace, unbeknownst to their, sound at the time, right? That's what I see. I see a lot of you guys de-escalating even back to elementary. My goodness. And a lot of you guys don't recognize that you're being commended for it. You're being commended in the higher realms for this. And some of you guys really did not like the fact that somebody was really saying something bad about somebody who was handicapped. Now, I'm trying to see what age this was, because it's just your energy that's coming through. You guys definitely stayed true. You cut somebody out because you was like, not what you do. That's what was in your energy, and you just let them have it. Don't be like that towards somebody handicapped. Don't be, taking that victory lap, because that could very well be you. You know what I'm saying? Some of you guys really did that, and you wasn't playing. And a lot of you guys, it was like, some of you guys were junior high school. Some of you guys were 8th grade. And a lot of you guys, it stuck with you so much more than it stuck with them. Not more than it stuck with them, but, it's a big deal in the higher realms how you guys really E.T. that moment. It's like an E.T. Holyfield moment. A spiritual E.T. Holyfield moment. Yeah, because you guys didn't have to get your hands dirty. You just put it down. You let them know that, listen, I like the way you guys put it, because we could all be in the dirt, You really let them have it. Great job, you guys. And like I say, maybe you guys don't recognize, but you're being commended, in this realm and the next realm as well. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job here, You guys also... And the higher realms is showing me some of you guys have what do you call a mole in your left wrist. Not in your wrist. That's the bottom of your palm. Yeah, some of you guys got a mole in that left wrist. Whoever I'm talking to, okay, that may not be all of you, because some of you guys also have that crescent. When you put your 2 hands together, like side by side, some of you guys make the crescent mark in your hand. Some of you guys have that I'm talking to at this point. Some of you guys have a birthmark. If it's on your nose or right above your nose, something like that. But it looks like it's on your nose. Some of you guys got a nose birthmark, is what I'm getting. I don't know, something I'm hearing about Noah's Ark. I don't know if that birthmark is that shape or what. I mean, it could be small in shape that way. I don't know. But that's what the higher realms is telling me, you guys, okay? Some of you guys had to get some extensive dental work done coming up. Something about your dental coming up. Okay. I'm speaking to somebody who also has a peg leg, okay? The left leg. For some, for, that's definitely not all of you. And I'm speaking to someone who the energy is coming out. You have a peg leg, okay? Some of you guys got a dimple on that right cheek. I mean, not a dimple, but some of you guys really have the dimple, I guess. But I'm seeing a mole on that right cheek. Some of you guys have a mole on your right cheek. The higher realms told me something about those moles. I will have to disclose that in another thing because I had so many downloads. I got to get them together before I give them to you guys exactly. But it's about it's like a map to your life. Like, it's a very important map. So yeah. Yep. Yeah. I don't know why I'm speaking. I'm speaking to somebody who's dual addicted. I don't know. I guess someone has a dual addiction here, and then So, let's move on, you guys, because the higher realms want you guys just to recognize who. Yeah, I'm seeing gray eyes for some people. Some people have gray eyes, beautiful gray eyes too. Yeah, that's what I see. So I'm talking to somebody with gray eyes. Beautiful, significant gold thin necklace given to someone by someone in the family member that loves you so much that's no longer here. It looks like a beautiful, for some of you guys, it looks like a crossbow, like a bow, okay? That's what it looked like from here. Yeah. Some of you guys really are well loved. Most of you guys are, not just some of you. You're well loved, okay? In a big way. People can only love you the way they know how, so don't get caught up in how. Yeah, you got people that will talk about you like a dog behind your back, but can't let nobody else talk about you. That'll be it. And some of you guys experienced that, believe it or not. Even though you're legit, you found yourself around your friends when you were young, cussing your mom out. Yeah, I don't even like that. And then you might have called out her name. But if your friend say, yeah, you'd be like, hold up, don't you call it. You know what I'm saying? That's the kind of friends you guys have like that. People that, they only can love you the way they know how. In some ways that's a good thing. In some ways it's like, ouch, right? Especially when it comes to those ones who, put hands on people. And that I don't like. Some people can only love by showing their love languages. Beat them up. Harm them, set them up, get them, harass them, stalk them, That's not a good love language at all. You know what I mean? But there it is. You got people that operate on different vibrational levels, you know what I mean? And like I said, you guys were really operating out of the operating system of higher realms, which is executing that low vibe energy and transmuting it into high vibe energy. Again, great job, okay? Some of you guys are experiencing a moment of I want to say spiritual time altering. Yeah, some of you guys are because you allowed yourself to. Some of you guys allowed yourself to dibble and dabble in the essence of quantum leap. Some of you guys have dibbled and dabbled in some type of spiritual quantum leap or time, looping time or something of that nature. But I'm getting the quantum leap theory. Some of you guys have been doing that. So in that respect, you feel some type of way and you feel like you're not succeeding today. Some of you guys don't feel like, your success is success, even though it's clear to see that it's success. It's because you guys dibbled and dabbled in that quantum leap, because that's not the success that you will actually feel in that realm of leap. It's kind of, interesting. So a lot of you guys have been really time scaven, time misbehaving. I don't know what to say. But some of you guys are being caught up in that way. So what is happening is you guys are not being able to see and feel and enjoy the now because of that. You know what I mean? The now success, you cannot actually internalize the blessed, because it's like you have severed this realm, and you guys are really kind of on a quantum next. So that's what I need to tell you guys. Those of you who have been practicing quantum leap, experiences and theories and things of that nature, and that's why you guys are not feeling, as successful as you should feel in this now moment. Okay? Yeah. So you guys, let me go ahead and move on and let you guys know that life is your soul's mission. It is not a competition. Even though you got people out there at different levels in life wishing that it was a competition. Okay? You may run into that dressed up garbage can man, or woman or man, okay? Trying to do whatever he or she can just to look like they come with a plan, okay? Yeah, but you see them a mile away. Man, them shoes look good. Yeah, they look A-okay. But guess what? They have not worked on the inside in any way, okay? And that is painful to know and to say, right? Then you might run into that other one with that $500 hat on that 50-cent head, right? And always trying to, connect the dots on the next person that they can actually go to bed, that one with that $500 hat on that 50-cent head. Wow. Man. They make me really that reminds me, it honestly reminds me of something. But I'm going to share this with you guys, because the higher realms is telling me to share this about that $500 hat with that 50-cent head. Yeah, the higher realms is telling me to share this story with you guys. It's a joke. However, it's one of those conscious jokes, right? It's where you got this man goes to a museum, and they're giving a tour at the museum, and they have 3 brains on tour, like on the tour, along the tour, and one brain is so nice looking, but they say that's the doctor's brain, and under the doctor's brain it has $2, and then another brain looks really good, and under that brain it has $1, okay? And that brain is the lawyer's brain, okay? I'm gonna say it like that. All right. And the next brain they have on exhibit is the alcoholic. and drug addict's brain. Can you believe under that brain the price for that is $50 billion? $50 billion. And so this man thought they made a horrible mistake. They said, "Excuse me," to the lady that's giving a tour. He said, "Listen," he said, "I think something is wrong." you have the doctor's brain for what? $1. You have the lawyer's brain for $2. You have the alcoholics and drug addict brain for $50 billion. Don't you think that somebody made a mistake here? And so the lady had to stop the tour to explain. Well, you guys, listen up. This is not an error. This is what it is. The truth as we know it, okay? The reason these brains are on display is to let you know in a big way that the doctor used his brain so much, that's how much it is. The lawyer used his brain so much, that's how much it's worth. But because the alcoholic and drug addict never, ever used their brain, it's like brand new. It's just like brand new. So, the higher realms wanted me to tap that in for you guys. That's that $500 I had on that 50 cent. Yeah, you heard me? Yep. So, that part. So, you guys, let's move on. Okay? And the last one that you might bump into in a big way is that one with all those degrees more than a thermometer. Yeah, boy. And I'm talking you, right? They may have all those degrees more than a thermometer, but for some reason, they always have to confide in you and ask you, what shall I do? Right? And a lot of you guys, all you can say is, just simply stay true. Okay? Yeah. So these people you may meet in life, they're in different dimensional levels of competition with you. It's neither here nor there. It's just for you guys to be aware that these are the people that you're running into. Okay? These are the people in your neighborhood. In your neighborhood. Shout out to Mr. Rogers for that one. Ooh-wee. Rodney P. Let me get that out of my system. So I need to let you guys know that the higher realms along your soul's mission place something so beautiful inside of you. It is deemed to be called your intuition. And the higher realm said, if you trust your intuition, sir, ma'am, you can begin to see without sight. Yeah, people still run around scratching their head trying to figure out why the blind man and woman can get around day or night and don't even have to argue, fuss, or fight, and they still get it right. Well, the higher realm said beware, because the higher realm didn't stop there. Along your soul's mission, the higher realms did not stop with this simple, beautiful blessing, gift of your intuition. The higher realms keep that intuition spiritually tethered to your beautiful spiritual GPS. And that is your gods, your guides, or simply God pointing you to your next level of step of origin. And the acronym for STEP is simply STEP. Why? Because it's a solution to every problem. Some of you guys don't even recognize you were fully loaded. You were born that way, like a spiritual 9mm with a hollow point 6-inch barrel, fully loaded, ready to shoot, okay? I can't make it up, but not knowing exactly which way. That's why the higher realms said, wow, the higher realms really, really put it down when the higher realms gave you guys that first of the creation, which we are the animal form that can make the sound and communicate, right? Because you know the sound came first, and that's the last thing to go. First and last. The last go first. But the bottom line is the sound came first, and the sound is the last thing to go. That's why they tell you, when you're with someone that's moving on to the next realm, and to keep speaking with them, keep saying things to them, keep talking to them, because they can hear you. All right? Yeah, because the sound came first. Yeah, boy. So the higher realms, man, said that you guys have been fully loaded since birth with that STEP, the solution to every problem. But there was a problem because you guys didn't know what the problem was. The higher realms seen everybody down here pointing a finger that way, when the higher realms had to send the messenger to say, when you point one finger that way, it's 3 pointing back at you. Okay. And expose that lie in a big way. Why do you say? Well, the higher realms had to do it that way so you guys would know that that the enemy is, just like the word says, it is enemy. You hear me? Yes. The enemy is just like the word says, enemy. No one can ever harm me more than I can harm me. No one has ever hurt me more than I have ever hurt me. Why you say that is? Oh, well, let's see. Everywhere I go, I take me with me. That's why people never really solve their problem when they say, I'm flying out here, I'm going away, I'm going. Okay, well, go away. I bet you they'd be right back. Why? Because they're going to find out the simple fact that the enemy is enemy. So guess what you're doing? You're simply running from me, that which you need to pay attention and see. Okay? So the higher realms, when you guys do really recognize that any time, any place, any course of your beautiful day, you can just simply pause and recollect and ask yourself and simply say, am I the solution today? And you may hear that voice back tell you guys, hey, you're doing A-okay. Because not only is this world what it is also tricky if you do not have that simple information. Yeah, it's powerful. How they say knowledge is powerful. I'm going to say spiritual knowledge is powerful. That's why I always let you guys know that my channel is only for the spiritually mature. That's why you don't see people bouncing in and out of here like flurs, because it's only for the spiritually matured. Period. Now, you guys need to know that the higher realm speaks through a lot of things, everything, all right? Flowers, everything. But guess what? The higher realm speaks through also numbers, signs, and synchronicities. That's your birth date, expiration date, and all the little DNA codes in your body. And the higher realms are speaking volumes through your birthright number when the higher realms are saying 222. Oh my goodness, because your birth month is of 2. So your number is 222. Some of you guys been going through life saying 222 and not even knowing that's you. Right? I can't make it up. Guys, I have been watching your 222, and that number 2 means a lot for you guys, obviously, right? It means that a lot of you guys are strong prayer warriors. Man, you guys pray. For those in the back who say, I don't pray, it's okay. Because be aware, because you need to be aware that if you're breathing right there, you are definitely a living prayer. I can't make it up. If you ever help somebody with no strings attached, you are a living prayer because they pray for that help. And if you're breathing right there, you are a living prayer because somebody prayed for you to be living there. You know how somebody prayed and said, "Ooh, I want that beautiful couple to have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. I want that beautiful couple to have, twins," and so forth like that. Yeah, so be aware as you're screaming right there. I don't pray. It's okay. Just be aware that you're a living prayer. Now, all of my prayer warriors, number 2, just recognize that the higher realms highly favors you. And I'm telling you guys, all you got to do is look in that mirror. You'll see everything on your body that equate the number of 2. You got 2 feet, check 1, 2. You got 2 legs, yes you do. You got 2 arms, 1, 2. And you got 2 eyes, and they're both the same size. If you guys been seeing some paranormal experiences, just because you are being contacted, a lot of you guys are being contacted by loved ones on this special day, and a lot of times they're always there, contacting you guys in a beautiful way, okay? Yeah, a lot of you guys sometimes can't even say how, amazing it is. It's interesting. I don't know. Some of you guys may have someone that is very ill, and someone may be in a coma, and they are also contacting you. It's weird how it goes. Yeah, I'm sensing somebody's in a coma here, and some of you guys may have been married to this person. You may have had a child with this person, but they're in a coma at this time. That's what I'm getting. Yeah. So some of you guys, if you've been experiencing that type of activity, that's who it is. They're actually communicating with you guys the best way they can from that state that they're in. That's what I need to share with you guys, okay? I see you guys being very fortunate at this time. A lot of you guys don't have sugar, honey, iced tea to worry about. Your ships have come in. A lot of you guys have prayed so much, you done prayed yourself over the humps. Yeah, you pray for all of that foolishness to end, and you guys have beautiful gifts coming in. A lot of you guys getting promoted. Congratulations. For all of my military crew, shout out to you guys, because only the higher realms and you know what you guys go through. A lot of you guys are being promoted and acknowledged in some type of way. You're going to receive a letter of promotion or a letter of something here. It looks like promotion with a money attached, okay? Something that you guys prayed for and worked hard for in every way, okay? Yeah. Some of you guys are probably going to be scared to open that letter. But you don't realize it. It's like when you open that letter, you'll see your life for the better. I can't make it up. Yeah. Some of you guys had a good run in love, is what I see, a real, strong love mobility is what I see. Some of you guys been with a person for some years here, like some of you guys maybe from 12 to 31 years. Some of you guys 33 years. It would be 33. Yeah. Some of you guys, yeah. So, well off in the 30 years. So you had a good run in love. You guys really were loved very hard, okay? Here in a big way. Yeah. Others of you guys, you can ready to get a real large payout that's coming to you guys, and that's where the ideology of this money is coming from. A lot of you guys are getting ready to come into a wealthy state, okay? Something that you love and something that you I don't want to say manifested and create, but somehow you guys did. But it only come from what is hidden right now, because some of you guys don't know what something else is going through or somebody else is going through, and it was a false person in your life that was unbeknownst to you. And it hurts me because somebody is going to actually pass away, not knowing that, a child was not their child in some type of way. I'm seeing that, and then my heart goes out to that. But what the person does not know is, how, okay, so how people are only themselves, like they are true to themselves no matter what. Like, I don't have to have bells and whistles to really show love to a person or anything like that, or type of friendship I have, we don't have to do certain things to prove our loyalty at that point. However, push come to shove, it's going down, all the above. But the bottom line is, this person already knew that this child came from you, and that's all they cared about as they watched them, grew. That's all they cared about, is they came from you. So for those of you who that applies to, in a marriage, that the person don't know that this man, he only cared about the child coming from you, okay? Now, a lot of people are side-eyeing you, and I don't want to say side-eyeing you, but they're really shocked at, the growth that you have that's coming to you, financial growth. A lot of you guys, I'm seeing wealth here. A lot of people in the community are going to be shocked. They're going to be concerned, like, what you do, what you hit up. They don't know that this is the higher realms officially blessing you, okay? Because a lot of you guys really came through a spiritual portal. A lot of you guys came through this beautiful spiritual portal. So I kind of spun off into your read. I didn't mean to. But let me get back to your numbers, because I feel bad now. Because I got off track. I don't know how that happened. That was pretty interestingly whack to me. But the bottom line is that number 2 is your birthright, okay? And the higher realm said, as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, just know that you know that whatever you're praying for is already right there. Because you got to remember, you're praying to something in the spiritual realm. And it's so beautiful because you're not alone praying for it. The higher realms is like showing you what I'm going to give you. It's like, it's really showing that child love energy, from the higher realms. You're the higher realms child. It's like you're praying for it. Like, I want it in the higher realms. Say, I'm getting ready to give this to you, and all you do is see it, but you don't know that the higher realms is making it for you, like for you to see it. You're supposed to see it. All right. So a lot of you guys are praying in the spiritual realm for something to physically materialize. And the higher realms are saying, as sure as it takes 2 hands to form a prayer, whatever you're praying for is already right there. Okay. A lot of you guys are you shall be officially blessed. A lot of you guys, this 22, it comes with a real significant message to you. A lot of you guys are going to get what your heart's desire, period. I mean, this is what this 22 represents. I can't make it up. Not to mention the number 4. As the number 4 is never to be ignored in the spiritual world nor the spiritual realm. The angels are sending you guys everything that you need from the blessings of 4. So from 4 corners of the world, 4 seasons of the earth, 4 elements of the earth, even simply down to 4 legs on the table, just to keep you guys spiritually grounded, secure, and stable. A lot of you guys don't even know why you keep 4 wheels. You don't even know why you got this emotional pet. Some of you guys get an emotional pet for your birthday. You're gonna feel it's gonna bring you back to that little kid state. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So, you guys don't even know why. It's because you have blessings of 4. And what comes with that is a lot of you guys don't have to celebrate the way everybody do the traditional way. You don't have to celebrate the way that, people buy the cake, light the candle, and blow it out. You don't have to do it the traditional way. That's fire sign and air sign. You guys can use all 4 elements to manifest whatever you want at your best, because you are that number 4 birthright, and number 4 is what you're blessed. A lot of you guys have 4 to 6 letters in your name because that's your birthright number. I can't make this stuff up. Some of you guys are so attracted to 4-letter names, you don't know why. Some of you guys gave your kid a 4-letter name, you don't know why, or 4-letter nickname, 4-letter middle name. It goes on. Some of you guys are a family of 4 or come from a family of 4. This 4 is very significant and more. And I'm getting that a lot of you guys are really attracted to 4-legged animals. So a lot of you guys could go into the area of what they call veterinarian type of stuff. A lot of you guys could be great in that area because of this birthright number 4. Some of you guys has been calling you, but you didn't know how to answer the call, and so much more. Yeah, so we're going to add your birthright up here, which is 246. Okay, so a lot of you guys are that birthright number 6, and that's profound because the higher realms tell it. Well, that number 6 brings a lot of other frequencies too, good and true. Financial, all kinds of good stuff. And that number 6. The higher realms even call that number perfect at some point. But the higher realms want you guys to know through that birth. And how many days did it take the higher realms to make this world? 6 days. Okay. And you guys don't forget at 2:22 every day, say a silent pray, for you guys being here in a beautiful way. Okay. At 2:22 each day, make sure you say a beautiful prayer. Those who don't pray in the back, that's okay. Say a beautiful affirmation, because the higher realms, a long story with that. So the bottom line is, your birthright number is 6, and the higher realms is telling you guys through that birthright number 6 that you shall persevere. Okay, in this lifetime. So a lot of you guys need to know that you shall persevere. And, as long as you don't get distracted, because it's distractions. The higher realms told me through my meditation that distractions are sent to your actions. So neither look nor to the left nor to the right. All right? Yeah. The higher realms tell you, you will persevere. Okay? So don't worry about the fight. Because you are number 6 birthright. Because a lot of you guys prayed for stability and a firm foundation, and you prayed again to persevere in everything, so there it is, what the higher realms gave to you, and you are the creation, but the only thing is sometimes the creation think they smarter than the creator, and that get kind of scary. I can't make it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, because it reminds you of the common denominator, you know what I mean? So the bottom line is, sometimes the creation think they smarter than the creator. And what I mean by that is the creator came down one day and gave this young man a gift. The higher realm said, I'm going to give you this precious gift. This gift is so precious and pure, and I made it just for you. It's so precious, I named it the present. Do with it whatever you would like to do. Now, let me tell you, the creator left, okay? And let this person go on their merry way. Well, that person paid attention and made sure that they focused on yesterday. They said, well, I got to do this because I didn't do this yesterday. I got to make this right from yesterday. I got to go there. I got to go back. I got to do this. And before they know it, that whole day was up, okay? The whole day was finished, meaning that whole gift. So the higher realms came and said, what did you do with that beautiful gift that I gave you? That's called the present, that entailed that beautiful amount of 24 hours. What did you do with it? You guys already know. The jaw had dropped. The face had dropped. They had nothing to say to the higher realms because everything they did was flip-flopped. So you guys, the higher realms want you guys to recognize that it's 2 days you don't ever have to worry about. Oh, yeah, that's yesterday and tomorrow. Why? Because yesterday's history and tomorrow is a mystery. Your beautiful day and your focus in every way is your birthday. Yeah. That's what the higher realms wanted to say. Man, I see a lot of you guys are geniuses, okay? In every way. That means a lot of you guys don't have to sweat and get dirty because it comes right off the top. You know, it's a beautiful thing. It's a genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. And so a lot of you guys don't mind putting the work in. However, it's not necessary because you guys have what it takes off the top. I can't make it up. Yeah, so you guys are going to love this shmoney that's coming to you guys. Some of you guys is coming to you through your work. Like I said, some military crew for all that you do. Yeah. 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 Now, I don't want to be a Debbie Downer for some, but I also see something here about a false person in a house here. So somebody's in the house faking love with somebody, and that's not cool. 20 and 8 is significant, okay? Somebody is being false towards a person in a big way. And some of you guys learned a lesson about living with this person. You know what I mean? Yeah, some of you guys really learned a lesson. And some of you guys, it's something else that this is showing me. That this is for others in the energy, okay? Yeah, somebody, use a false marriage in every way, to live with you guys, and that's not cool, because they seen you as the one who was really, able to have these things, You guys were more privileged, you guys had the things that they needed and stuff like that. So I'm seeing something like that, where there's like, and some of you guys, this was in your past, this is past energy. And some of you guys can't help but look back in order to look forward. So I see you guys looking back in the past at this relationship, how you took yourself out of the equation. Some of you guys had to get out of the house, because you knew that this person was like spiritual false labor for you guys, okay? Some of you guys had to walk all the way out of a marriage, okay? Yeah, that was making you ill to the stomach in every way. And for that, a lot of you guys, did pray. And that's where your, so that was all a test. So that's where your wealth is coming from. You guys really getting out the way, and being able to pray and keeping yourself, moving forward in every way. So shout out to all of my military crew. You guys are really phenomenal in all that you do. I'm going to get one last message for you, and that'll be it. They wanted me to close with your grandparents' message, okay? Because there are two things of significance when it comes to your grandparents. One is the relationship that you had with them as a child, and the other is the relationship your mother and father had with their own parents, okay? when they were children, all right? So your grandparents may behave and respond very differently, to you than they did with their own children, okay? If you can, they want you guys to, do some research or journal about that and how, your parents, responded or reacted towards you. This is a little exercise that they want you guys to do, yeah. So write about how your parents responded to you as a child, and how that impacted you, today. They want you guys to write that down. It's a message from your grandparents, okay? Yeah, because they want you to reflect on your wider family history. They don't want you to be so narrow-minded in it, okay? They want you to know that it's very useful to create a family tree right now, okay? Starting with your parents and you, and then branching out as far and wide as you can with the knowledge, that you can and that you have. So ask questions now as much as you guys can, because this is your time to do your homework to whomever you can, about each person type of story in your family, okay? Your grandparents want you to know that this is going to be very valid, useful information right now in your life, so you guys to understand how certain relationships and aspects, were formed in your life, even now, right today, for your parents and you. Because your grandparents must see your parents in you right now. So that is a assignment that you guys must do. And this is where we must part ways. If life lasts and death pass, you will see or hear me again. Until then, Paulette, peace be unto you, and within one.